As a landscape photographer, really, the majority of the time is probably chasing the light. I like to get movement in my photography, so when I can play and be creative with water, swirls and exposure times, it's a good subject. I come down here quite often for the northern lights. I've seen several displays from down here, but probably the best one would be when I had the northern lights and the bioluminescence plankton here at the same time. I came down at twilight, so made my way across to the far side of the beach and set my time-lapse up so it was all ready to go, and I was already shooting so that it would go into night in the time-lapse, and then hopefully the northern lights would appear. As it slowly grew darker and the aurora was starting to appear, I was quickly rushed over there and unpacked all my gear again because I knew what it was. And sure enough, there were sort of blue waves crashing in over the pebbles. I sat there for probably 3 hours running a time-lapse. I was having to follow the tide down the beach the whole time just to make sure I got the waves in the foreground. You could just sit there in the darkness, watch the bioluminescence sparkle in the sea as the northern lights were dancing around in the background. For me, inspiration has been a big key for my photography, so seeing other people's images, another phenomenon that I'd like to go out and see and experience as well. A lot of people live on their doorstep and they don't necessarily realise how lucky we are to have some of the things that we can see here. It's just a hobby for me, it's something I'd go out and do anyways, but if people appreciate it, that's fantastic.